deliver for Uber Eats, and I'm going to be making food deliveries all evening on foot. I'm literally going to be running around rushing to deliver people's food on time. No car, no bike, no startup costs. I want to find out how much money can you make doing Uber Eats on foot. But if I don't deliver people's food on time, I'll get a bad rating on Uber Eats and they might ban me from the platform. Uber Eats is a food delivery app. Someone orders food, a restaurant makes it, and then Uber Eats pays someone to collect and deliver the food. I want to find out how much money I can make in 2 hours delivering food entirely on foot. I've actually signed up as a bike rider because they don't expect people to run, but I'm just gonna run. I've got 2 hours to make as much money as possible. Let's go. They don't say you need one of their insulated delivery bags, but I always see people going around with them, and it's probably a good idea to keep pizzas hot and ice cream cold. So I went to the official website to order one, and it turns out they don't just give you the bag. You have to buy it, and it is not cheap, almost $50. I got one anyway, but damn. Okay, it's a Friday night, peak delivery time. I started out in my city centre because there are the most people and the most restaurants, so probably the most Uber Eats opportunity. I decided to wait outside of McDonald's because I figured a lot of people would be ordering from McDonald's. I stood outside with the app open for 10 minutes, waiting for orders to come in, and nothing happened. It was literally my first time trying Uber Eats, so I was worried the app wasn't working or something.
I don't even really know how this is supposed to work, so it just says I'm online, and that it's finding trips.
But then, thankfully, an order came in. Speaking of food orders, I'm going to be delivering food to my 1 millionth subscriber. I've already got the delivery bag, so I'll be setting off with $0 and a food order, and I'm going to be hustling my way around the globe, earning money as I go to complete the delivery. So press the subscribe button to help reveal my 1 millionth subscriber. The order that came through said the customer was 2 miles away, 7 minutes. By bike. But I thought, you know what, I could probably run that in 20 minutes, so I accepted the order and headed to the restaurant. I had to collect the food from somewhere called Coco de Mamas. Never heard of it. The app showed me where the restaurant was supposed to be, but I could not for the life of me find it.
I have no idea where that is.
I was internally panicking a little bit because I didn't want to mess up my first ever delivery.
Excuse me.
I asked someone who worked nearby and they'd never heard of it.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Then I came across some more people and they said that Coco de Mamas is just the name that the restaurant chain Zizzi's uses on takeaway apps. Why not just call it Zizzi's on the apps? That'd be like McDonald's calling itself Leo's Burgers and Fries on Uber Eats. Like, it makes no sense. Anyway, I got the food, but that detour cost me 10 minutes and I still had to run 2 miles. If I was late, the food would be cold, the customer would complain to Uber Eats, and my account would already be at risk. So I started running. I didn't know how long it was going to take to get there, especially with this big Uber Eats bag that I was carrying.
Oh god, the traffic lights are changing. What a nightmare.
I was already half an hour into this 2-hour challenge, and so far I'd earned $0.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be running on fumes when we get there. I'm okay for now.
I ran and I was really going for it to make up some time.
Says 24 minutes left walking, that's not so bad. Oh my god, that's so far. 19 minutes left if we were walking, and stuttering, tiredness. I think it's here. I eventually made it to the customer and told them that I was doing this Uber Eats on foot video. They thought it was hilarious, so that smoothed over any lateness issues. No worries, enjoy.
I made $9.21, which was actually way more than I was expecting. That's more than UK minimum wage so far.
Where's the nearest McDonald's?
But then I realized I was now 2 miles out of the city center, where I needed to be back with all the restaurants. I had to make a choice, run 2 miles back or hop on a bus for $2 to start making money with deliveries again sooner. I did the bus option. So I'd learned to not take orders that are more than, say, a mile away because it's just too far to run. Back at McDonald's, a new order came in. This time for McDonald's. Smashed it. The customer was a mile away at a hospital. I grabbed the food and started running. Then disaster struck.
I think I might have pulled a muscle.
I felt like I'd pulled a muscle in my leg and it was really painful. But then I thought, no, I'm not stopping here because that would be a really pathetic attempt at Uber Eats. So I pushed through. I was going to hospital anyway, so.
Okay, made it. Here's the entrance to the hospital. Just jogged over.
I delivered the food and then somehow my muscle pain just kind of disappeared. So it turns out that going to even just a hospital entrance returns you to full health points. That delivery paid $4.28, half of what we made for the first delivery. I guess the further you have to travel with the order, the more money you make. So far, I think that Uber Eats is a really good side hustle. If you can do the deliveries quickly, I can see how you could make a very decent amount of money per day. Back at the restaurants, I had about 40 minutes left of our 2-hour challenge. The next order came in, and this time it was for a desserts place which looked amazing. All that running had made me hungry, and I wanted all of the food there. The order that I was collecting wasn't ready yet, so I got chatting to Ahmed. This is Ahmed. He's also a delivery person. He subscribed to the channel, we bumped fists, and then he went on his way.
Thanks.
I grabbed my order and got back to running. I delivered that and made $4.28 again. And at that point, the 2 hours were pretty much done. In the hour and 3/4 that we were delivering, we made a grand total of $17.77. That's about $10 an hour. But the start was pretty dicey with that fake Coco de Mama's restaurant and then the 2-mile run. If we'd actually started with the second delivery, we would have been on $15 an hour, which is not bad at all. Plus, we got the added benefit of getting some running training in. I was so hungry by the end that I went back to that dessert place with Kendra and had dinner. I am going to be trying Uber Eats again, but next time with some kind of cheap transportation to get those deliveries done faster and up that hourly rate. See you next time.